So I've been dying to get accessories in this car because like most Tesla owners, I hate the piano black finish. It's so hard to clean. I still have the original screen protector on there because I didn't want to peel that off until I had a proper screen protector to put in its place. But I didn't want to do this in pieces. I wanted to do it all at once so you can see which accessories I've added to my car, and hopefully that helps you in the future. Now, some of these products came from my Model 3. They're products that I've pulled off the Model 3 before I traded it in, and I'm moving them over to this car. Other products I've purchased fresh, and they're going on the car for the first time. Now, I will tell you that this video is not sponsored by anybody. I've bought all these products myself, and they're products that I like. The reason I'm saying that is a bunch of these products come from Abstract Ocean. I really like the company. They're US based, their customer service is phenomenal. So you're gonna see a lot of Abstract Ocean products in there. So I'm editing the accessories video, and I wanted to be really transparent on what you can expect out of this video because I'm going to show you several different products that I recommend purchasing and installing on your Model 3 or Model Y. I can't go through the install of each of them. I will go through the install of the light upgrade, but every other product that I talk about is either straightforward in how it's installed, or there are better videos already out there that will walk you through it. So with that said, let's get into it. So the first product that's almost mandatory for Model 3 and Model Y is a center console wrap, because that piano finish, like I said, is a fingerprint magnet. This is from Abstract Ocean. I went with the matte black finish. I really like the way that looks on the car. It's what I had on my Model 3. This is new, obviously. I didn't take that off the Model 3. So that's the first product I'm gonna add. The second is the screen protector. You have this gorgeous 15-inch screen. You want to protect it. Now, Abstract Ocean makes a couple different models of this. They have like a clear HD. I went with the matte finish, and the reason I went with the matte finish is this screen is so large, you get sun glare off of it. So I wanted something that had a matte finish so I wouldn't get as much glare. And I really liked this when it was on my Model 3, so I bought another one. So the next products are light upgrades. There's a couple areas of the car where I feel like it's just too dim, and I wanted to get a brighter light. These are all purchased from Abstract Ocean. Yes, there's a theme going on here, and it's actually a little bit different moving from the Model 3 to the Model Y. I can't use all the lights that I traditionally used. So the first lights I'm gonna put in are puddle lights. These are the lights for the bottom of the doors. Now the front two doors, I'm using the Tesla logo. So when you open the door, the Tesla logo shines on the ground. These are brighter than the lights that are currently in there, so these are going in the front two doors. The second lights are going in the footwells of the front of the car. Now this is another area where I just felt like it was too dim. When you drop something down there, you can't see, so this makes it a little bit brighter, and there's two lights for each side. The last set of four is going, two of them are going in the doors. So two of them will be puddle lights for the back doors just to make it a little bit brighter. And then the other two traditionally were on the left and the right side of the trunk. But in the Model Y, you only have one light, and it's in the tailgate. So I need to look to see if it's the same size. I haven't looked into that yet, but I have extras that I pulled out of the Model 3. So the next product is not from Abstract Ocean, but it is crucial that you buy this because when I needed this, it was unavailable for months. And that is Tesla touch-up paint. So I don't know how it's gonna be on a white car. I wanna talk to a friend of mine that has a white car. But on my black Model 3, I needed this like within the first month just to touch up an area that got scratched from a door hitting my car. Now, this is absolutely crucial. It's a great little touch-up kit. If you have a dark color car, you're gonna want this. You can buy it off the Tesla website. I think it was like 50 bucks, but it's absolutely worth it, and it worked great. I touched up multiple areas of the Model 3. I'm not sure how it's gonna be on the Model Y. I have not purchased this in white for the Model Y yet. Additionally, I'm planning on wrapping the car, so I don't know I'm going to buy touch-up paint, but you should buy this if you're not gonna wrap your car or do something to protect the paint job. So these next couple products are for the front center console of the car. Now in that console you have a USB-C port,
which is being used by the wireless charger, and then you have an empty USB-A port, but there's only one. So I would highly recommend you go out and buy a hub. I bought this for like 10 or 12 bucks off Amazon, and it's been great. This just gives me some additional places to plug things in, which leads me to my next product, and that's a thumb drive. You need a thumb drive if you're planning to record dash cam footage or Sentry Mode footage. Without that, there's no place for that information to be recorded. So I went out and bought a 128 SanDisk Wi-Fi initially. This is what I used in my Model 3. The issue I had with this at first was Sentry Mode didn't overwrite the old footage. So with dash cam footage recording, Sentry Mode footage recording, this thing filled up in like a week. So I ended up moving over to the Samsung T5 1 terabyte hard drive. This has been phenomenal. I will say there's been an update in the car. So now Sentry Mode will overwrite the oldest footage. So I don't know you need a terabyte. You could probably get away with 128 or 256, but I love this thing. It's fast. The write speeds are fast. The read speeds are fast. So I've left this in the car and I still use it today. Now, the last thing for the center console is this 3M dual lock Velcro. Same thing if you have like E-ZPass and the Toll little readers. This is what they use to stick to the windshield. What I did with this is I put the 3M on the back of the hub, and then I put two little pieces on the inside of the console. I hate clutter, I hate a mess, I like everything to look organized. So this allowed it to stick to the side, and then the cord could just plug in, and it made it look a little bit cleaner. Now the next thing is a tray for that top console. Something just to put your glasses in, chapstick, some loose change. Additionally, this ends up hiding everything that's underneath that maybe you don't want somebody to see. Then the last thing I got was for the middle console, and that is just a splitter for additional USB hubs. I like to keep a charging brick in the center console, so if I'm going somewhere and my phone's almost dead, I have battery, and I just keep that thing plugged into this, and it gave me one extra port. So that's something to get. And then the cup holders. The cup holders are this thing that I really dislike about this car. They're one size, they don't have any bumps in them or any way to accommodate different sized drinks. They're just large. So normal 12-ounce water kind of just rattles around, a Red Bull rattles around. So I made a video about these. I bought these off Etsy. They're just 3D printed little inserts. These work really great. Abstract Ocean sells one like this with the wings. So I would get one of those, but that's your call. If you only use like a Yeti, that fits great. But if you use different sized drinks, you're gonna want something like that. So it's been 2 days since I started this video and installing these accessories. And really, this should be something that you're able to accomplish in a couple of hours, if that. However, I ran into two snafus. The first was with regards to the lights. So when I got the door lights out and went to install the replacements, I was having trouble connecting the harness into the light. And my thought was that Tesla changed something from the Model 3 to the Model Y because these are Model 3 lights. But when I called Abstract Ocean, they said, no, they've tested these, they work. And they were right. When I went back in to do it again, I was able to connect them. I was just being too delicate trying to push them in. So let me show you what that install looks like the best I can, and then I'll talk to you about the other snafu. So to keep this video from being entirely too long, I'm only going to show you the installation process for 2 of the 6 lights because it's the same process on every light. I start by taking a small screwdriver to pop out the light, and then I recommend taking a string and wrapping it around the cable. These cables don't have a ton of slack, and my fear is I'm going to lose it in the door. Additionally, it gives me better leverage on the cable when I remove the light. Then I take the screwdriver and push down on the tab and slowly pull off the light. Once that light's off, you can take the new light and easily pop it into place. Now this is an unedited video, so you can see how quickly these things come out and how easily you can get them swapped out. Once the light is snapped into place and it's lit up and you know it's working, you can then easily pop the light back into place and you're done.
So one thing I wanted to point out with the install of the door lights is when you remove the existing light, it interrupts the circuit and the car thinks you've pulled the manual door release. So you'll hear the window go up, you'll see a display on the screen saying that the manual door release was used. As soon as you put the new light on, all of that stuff goes away. If you still see the warning on your car, as soon as you put it into park, everything disappears and it's fine. But it's something to know because you'll hear it and you'll see it on the screen, but it goes away. It's nothing to worry about. So the second portion of the install that I had a problem with was with regards to the wrap. When I was putting the cup portion section of the wrap on, I couldn't get it lined up properly. You really have to take your time. And as I was removing it, it ripped. So I reached out to Abstract Ocean. They got back to me within hours, said it wasn't an issue. They send me a replacement part at no charge. And here we are 2 days later. I have it, it's installed. This is why I buy my stuff from a company like Abstract Ocean. Their customer service is phenomenal. They get back to you quickly and they're just easy to work with. So now that everything's in place, let me show you what the center console looks like with all the accessories installed. So really quickly, I want to walk you through all the accessories now that they're in place. So first in the back, you'll notice there's the dual USB port. Really easy, really functional. I like that a lot. Then the matte black looks so good, so much better than that piano finish. Then here you have the cup holders. When I open up this center console, you'll really see the difference between the matte black and the piano finish. And then here you have your standard organizer. While this is really functional, what I like about this is it hides everything that's going on underneath. So underneath here you have the Rode, which I'll talk about in a second, a pair of sunglasses, and then there's the USB hub. I keep a lightning cable in here in case somebody doesn't have wireless charging. I wrap this in the matte black, and then you have that. I mean, this just looks so much better than the piano finish, and all the accessories make it so much more functional and just so much more organized. So the last thing I want to talk about before I wrap up this video is an accessory that arrived yesterday. So I mentioned how I was using the SanDisk thumb drive to store all my Sentry Mode footage. This worked well, except it filled up really quickly and I needed more space. So I moved over to a Samsung T5 1 terabyte hard drive. Now this thing is rock solid. The read speeds, write speeds are great. The storage is phenomenal. I highly recommend this. It's a good option. However, yesterday I received a Rode. Look how little that thing is. It's tiny. I mean, this thing is so good. I'm gonna talk about it in another video because there's just too much to put in at the end of this. But this is what Sentry Mode should be. This is what should come standard in the car, and we're gonna go over it in the next video. So thanks for watching. Get better, be better. I'll see you next time. See ya!